what would be your top priorities as governor, if elected? What two priorities would be?
Top two. One is to fully fund our schools. And we are the richest state and the richest country on the planet. Think about that. When it comes to education, we don't have to live in a state where, as a public school dad, I have to give my child fresh drinking water, take with him every day because we're afraid for him to use the water fountain. And I have to lug in once a month 5 gallons of water for the kids in the classroom as parents take turns. We don't have to be a state where our kids freeze in the winter and they can't start school on time in the fall because the HVAC system is outdated, or they're crammed in trailers for so many years and we start calling them learning cottages. Think about that.
Terrible.
No, if you want any evidence that it's much less that we have a money problem than we have a priority problem, Exhibit A is the casino money. We created a new revenue source, hundreds of millions of dollars a year, and they broke the promise. Governor Hogan has raided those dollars all 4 years, and now he's told us that he wants there to be a lockbox. No. Trusting Governor Hogan with that lockbox, I'm trusting my 6-year-old boy with the cookie jar. You got to put it on a high shelf. I'm running for governor to be that high shelf. On the second priority is healthcare. It's going to take a couple of years. We will put together a commission of all the important stakeholders to design a healthcare system that works for all of us. We have to leverage the buying power of the people of Maryland. Now, Governor Hogan calls it socialism. Medicare works. And all I'm suggesting is that what Jeff Bezos wants to do for Amazon and Warren Buffett wants to do for Berkshire Hathaway, creating their own healthcare system, we do for Maryland. There's nothing more capitalist than saying, let's bring all our buying power to the table and get a better deal for the people of our state.
Okay. You had talked recently about the Google tour initiative.
Yeah.
So I would like to know a little bit more about that. I'm sure the audience would as well. And I would like you to talk about that in conjunction with looking at Virginia's economy and how does that kind of like, you mentioned it earlier in your introduction, how does that rate, what's happening along those lines?
Thank you, Pastor. Before I get started, let me actually say a couple other thank yous. I want to thank our pastor, Minister Elmer Joey Subley, the third, Shelley Edison for organizing this town hall. Thank you, Shelley. Brother Jarrell Bratcher, the church staff and members who have assisted with attending this event. It's a beautiful church. It's a blessing to be here. I'm visiting from St. James Lafayette Square, where my family has been members. Son is the 5th generation, including me, the 3rd generation to be baptized there. Anybody here see the movie Hidden Figures?
Yeah.
Some black women helping, some men on the moon.
Yeah.
Maryland, we're kind of a hidden state. Those sisters' story hadn't been told for generations, so it was made into a book and a movie. Silicon Valley, 2% of the programmers are black. In Maryland, almost 20% of the programmers are black. There would be no Google without Maryland. There's 2 founders. One of them was a graduate of Prince George's County Schools and almost a graduate of the University of Maryland, like many tech founders. He went off to start his company. His father was a math professor. And so we got Google here for a bunch of reasons. They want to invest in more health companies. We have a lot here. They want to build a center of cyber excellence. This is where NSA and Cyber Command are headquartered. We have the workforce. We also got them here because they want a more inclusive workforce. And so in the middle of my primary campaign, I gave them a tour of the state. I've been working on that for 2 years. The way I got them to look at Maryland as a place for expansion was I listened to them. And then I presented our strengths as a solution for their struggles. Governor Hogan takes a different approach. Under him, we have the lowest job growth in the region. We're dead last. Under him, we've lost our first Fortune 500 company in 3 decades. That was not acquired by another company. Sometimes a company's purchased and then they understandably, everybody moves to where the company had purchased. No, Discovery Channel purchased a company, and then we lost them. You have to ask yourself why, what's going on? Well, it's been a sleep at the switch. Discovery Channel will tell you they called him for 4 months. While Tennessee was calling trying to lure them away, they were calling trying to stay. He didn't return the phone call for 4 months.